since the day that they were civilized. The truth has been so heavily politicized. If you don't know who's controlling you and killing all the little guys, find out who you're not allowed to criticize.
That's a clip from rapper Tom MacDonald. His new song, Sheeple, is now trending on YouTube as the 7th most watched music video. That's right. Right now, an anti-woke rap song is trending while calling out the political establishment. But you won't see this music video on mainstream television, of course. You won't hear the song on the radio. If you haven't heard of him before, that's likely why. But it's important to point out that people are listening, Mercy.
Yes, they are, Jen. And that scares the living daylights out of the establishment and their complicit allies. The establishment wants you to listen to musical acts that help push their agenda. They fear free-thinking truth-tellers like Tom MacDonald, and he's not afraid to call them out for it.
I think it's crazy I'm the one who they labeled as controversial, and Cardi B is the role model for 12-year-old girls. There's rappers pushing Xanax at the top of the billboard, but if I mention race in a song, I'm scared I'll get killed for it. It's backwards, it's getting exponentially dumb. It's more difficult to get a job than purchase a gun. Eminem used to gay bash and murder his mom, and now he doesn't want fans if they voted for Trump.
Okay, I'm going to have to learn that rap, Jen. But let's welcome rapper, songwriter, and former professional wrestler Tom MacDonald to the show. Welcome.
Hey, guys. How you doing?
Wonderful.
Great to have you.
Yeah, we were trying to dance to your music. I don't know if we were
glad they didn't. The control room didn't cut to that. It wouldn't have been pretty.
Let me ask you. It's great to have you on. But most of these rap songs that so many of our kids listen to, they're about partying, sex, taking drugs, or violence. I mean, what inspired you to get political?
Well, sort of when I got my first start rapping and getting into the music industry, I was kind of doing the same thing as everybody else. I was sort of emulating the stuff that I was listening to. So I was making music about all that same stuff, parties and girls and money and cars and all that type of stuff. But I sort of had I had a problem with alcohol. I was living the stuff I was writing about. I was partying all the time. I was drinking really heavy. And essentially that led to a really acute mental breakdown about 5 years ago. And that I stopped making music for almost 2 years. And that was a real, come to Jesus moment for me, where I had to figure out what I was made of. And when I came out of that, I sort of knew that I didn't want to make the same music that I had been making previously. I didn't want to perpetuate the same sorts of, poor moral standard and destructive behavior that had landed me like so deep down in a hole. So I just started making music about the things that I just really care about. And that's, social issues and some political stuff and mental health and addiction and just things that are relevant to me that inspire positive change.
Yeah, Tom, your music condemns wokeness, as you mentioned. You blast the mainstream corporate media. You call out America's culture wars on the issues like preferred pronouns, but you don't label yourself a conservative or a Republican. Can you explain that?
Yeah, I think, I think sort of where the conservatives and the Republicans are these days, I think a lot of their sort of beliefs and ideologies are really just common sense. So I like to think of myself as a little bit of a free thinker and an independent thinker. And it just so happens that a lot of the things that I feel personally are reiterated and affirmed by people that have conservative values. And I think that it's more that it's just common sense more than anything else.
Yeah, you make a lot of sense there. It's also, I call it just simply American, and not just conservative. But here you've got and have attracted a large following with your messaging and art. You have millions of YouTube subscribers, free-thinking Americans like Roseanne Barr even follow you on social media. You're a big threat to the establishment. I can't imagine cancel culture hasn't knocked on your door and tried to censor you.
Literally dozens and dozens and dozens of times. But the thing is, it's just like I'm 100% independent. I write all my own songs. I make all my own beats. My girlfriend shoots all my own music videos. We distribute my music and all my merchandise by ourselves. There is no interference by the music industry. There is no music industry resources that get used. So it's really hard to cancel somebody that's self-made and that controls every aspect of their career. It doesn't stop them completely, but it makes it difficult Like I released an album earlier this year with a song on it called New World Order. That was the 4th or 5th most trendingest video on YouTube. And if you looked at the actual video on my page, it said trending at number 5 or number 4, whatever it was. And if you went to the actual YouTube trending page, it actually went 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now they just completely omitted my video, our video, off the trending charts. So, you know, it's not impossible for them to interfere, but being independent as I am, it makes it a lot more difficult for them. And Grammys and red carpets are really cool, but being able to have total artistic freedom and remain true to myself is way cooler. So.
Hey, Tom, I've only got about 30 seconds, but do you have a message for people out there who are maybe afraid to speak out against the establishment, afraid of the backlash that they might receive?
Yeah, man. Say it. Stand up and speak out against the mainstream narrative. Speak out against these people. The worst thing that could happen is somebody comes to you and says, hey, you're canceled now. And your answer to that is, no, I'm not. And that's it.
I love it. Tom MacDonald, awesome having you on the